Welcome to this episode of Disrupt Education. I got Naraia with us. Thanks for being here.
Nice to be here.
Let's jump right in. Tell us what you're all about.
Okay, so like I said, my name is Naraiah Griffin. I am the CEO of NTG Apparel. So a little bit about the company. It is fairly new. Started roughly, say, October of 2016. Didn't really start pushing for it until like January of 17. So NTG we are a fashion retail company. We do have 3 private labels so far. The first one is Free Savage, Humble Beast, and Sovereign. Each brand has a meaning to it. First one is Humble Beast. Everybody wants to be a beast in something. Everybody wants to be the best in something. So with you being a beast, you usually dominate, innovate, create the lane. But you have to remember where you came from, how it all started, the path that you took, what created the path that you took to be the best in whatever it is. Some people forget to be humble. Some people forget where they came from and just say, But with me, you have to humble yourself. You just have to remember the jungle you came from. Free Savage.
That's right. That's what I'm wearing. I'm going to throw out the Free Savage. This is original stuff.
Yeah, that's
it. So
the first design.
Yeah.
Free Savage is being yourself, being wildly free. Everybody wants to be a savage as well. Everybody wants to be considered as if they do what they want. But some people do what they want, but they're still caged in. So how can you consider yourself a savage if you're still locked in? So in order to be a free savage, you have to freely be yourself, not caring about what other people think of you. So it's just being a free savage, being who you are. The last one, but not least, is sovereign. Sovereign is a word that comes from sovereignty. Sovereignty is taking control of oneself. That's the definition for it. But with sovereign, it's supreme power and authority of yourself, controlling your destiny, just being sovereign. So those are the 3 brands so far that NTG has. Of course, more coming soon, but yeah.
Right. So 2016, you're going to be in October 2 years old.
Yeah.
That's kind of a long time for a small startup, right?
Yeah.
So, what did your education process look like? Even in high school, you started this, and until now. Tell us your journey, your path, both formally and in your business. How are you learning?
High school, I don't know. I was just not focused as I was supposed to be. Mm-hmm. But when I took the business course, it just caught my eye. Like it's just something inside of me just awakened, and it was just like reality. Like, wow, this is something that I want to do, really. And the setup in the business courses, when I took small business management and also sports music marketing, when I took those courses, the setup, the system of it was just so real. Like it just gave you a real world experience. Like instead of just coming into class, sitting at a desk, waiting for the teacher to give you instructions, sitting at the desk writing worksheets or papers, those courses in the business subject, you walked into class and just go do you. Like, be yourself. And if you get left behind, it's because you did something that made you get left behind, and that's what the world is out there. Like, you get left behind, you just get left behind. It's because you moved the wrong way, or you just didn't take control, and that's what the business course taught me. But education in my business right now is just something that can be taught. Like, everybody's path is different in the business world. Everybody's struggle is different. So you can't I learn every day from my business. And we're fairly new, so it's like each day is something I learn about business, especially the fashion business. So
What would you say is the biggest thing you've learned while running your business for almost 2 years?
like competition, how they started or where they get their clothes from. It's ridiculous, like how many people are out there just waiting to hand out clothes. Just go to this fashion retail, and it just amazes me how much it costs.
Yeah.
And then
Not cheap. Not cheap.
It's just crazy.
So are you in school now as well?
Yeah.
You're like basically being an entrepreneur and in like formal education. Tell us about that. How does that work?
So I'm currently at Triton College. I am planning to transfer this fall to Clark Atlanta University. But at Triton, I'm majoring in international business, which is what I'll be majoring in when I transfer. With that, I majored in that because I wanted to take business, of course, but I wanted to be able to take my business across seas. So, yeah. So that's why I took that, and it's actually very interesting so far.
Do you find that you take a lot of those concepts that you're learning in those classrooms and then applying them? Are you like testing that out? What is that like? Or are they both completely separate?
Actually, right now, this semester, I cannot really tie it really to my business, but last semester I took the business class, and with that, I still have my notes from last semester from that class, and I'm still currently applying it to my business, like how the cycle works for business, and or how to keep a hold, or like how to keep your business when you lift it up, how to keep it there. So it's a lot that I learned last semester from that business class, and that was actually the best class actually.
Yeah.
Out of the
So you spoke of business in high school, like just opening your eyes, like that was what, and I saw that a little bit in Small Business Manager. You're like, oh yeah, that's what I'm going after. How would you change like the rest of your experience in high school if you could go back and change something in the system, all these different things that are going on in your high school career, what went on? What would you change?
I probably would have started my business earlier. I think I took small business management sophomore year. I should have. Is it available for freshmen?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, we have some.
Okay. So I would have took that earlier. First off, I'll probably be ahead of the game by now, or ahead of what I am right now. I didn't look at the system how you made it seem. Like before you started to disrupt education, I didn't even think of like, dang, this is actually what happens. Like we are stuck in a system where it's just crazy. I would have changed trying to make my portfolio look so good for colleges, and I'm not even like myself in high school. They want you to do so much homework, and you're taking honors classes and you sports, or you take other extracurricular activities. Like I took spoken word, and I was into basketball, but I hurt my knee, but I was also in spoken word. Then you got to keep your grades up. Then you got to take tests. Then and then you have to still get at least 9 hours of sleep. That's something I definitely would have changed. With those business courses I took in my high school career, I would have definitely took it early, of course, but the way that it was set up made it such a reality. Like, this is actually what happens in the world. The world will take you in. You have to maneuver it. Like, you have to teach yourself, basically. Like, that's what the business course did, and that's why I looked forward to those classes that I took every single day that the semester I took it.
Do you think some students are afraid of that reality in high school?
Yeah, most students are. Not too many think about, like, am I going to use calculus in the future? Like, people are afraid of that. People are afraid to realize that we're stuck in a system that we think is best for us, but really you never really apply those things in real life unless like you're going into that specific career. But other than that, what am I going to do with calculus? What am I going to do with reading Shakespeare? Unless like I'm going to be a writer, but still, I'm a business owner. What am I going to do with Shakespeare? What am I going to do with calculus? The only thing math will probably teach me is how to count my money. So.
Right. Which we're trying to get. Like you know, there's different ways that we're looking at financial literacy and math and things like that applicable. So what's next? What's next for
NTG.
the companies, NTG, for Naraia? What's next?
What's next for me or in the company? We're trying to get wholesale, get more supplies for the company where we can produce more apparel, not just shirts or hoodies or jackets. We're trying to sell like jeans, shoes, even accessories, watches, belts, all of that, and we're in the process of actually getting that together. We are producing actually our apparel for other people like music groups. And then for me, I would probably say what's next is just working this company, just trying to work it. That's about it for now. And we're also going to still produce more brands. Actually have one coming up. We're going to get that together, so actually look forward to that on the website and promotions through the social media pages.
If you had one thing to say to a junior in high school who's getting bombarded with all this stuff, like you said, the college, the testing and everything, one piece of advice, what would it be?
Don't lean into the system. Like, don't get stuck in it. Realize what's going on, like in the education system. Like, be yourself. Honestly, I would have to say, be yourself in the education thing.
I mean, you're living your brand.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, you are like the humble beast, the free savage, and one of the things that I love about your brand, and I have a few of your things, and so do some of my kids, is that the representation of that is kind of what Disrupt Education is about as well. Trying to free people into like being who they are. So we really appreciate it. Where can they find you?
So on social media like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, it is under NTG Apparel. The website is ntgapparel.com. Everything is NTG Apparel.
Awesome.
So
we'll put all those down here.
yeah.
Thank you.
No
awesome,
problem.
man. Let's live. You guys are going to watch. This brand is 2 years old, in 5 years, in 10 years. Just watch the humble beast grow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mr.
Appreciate it. Let's keep disrupting, but be humble.
Be humble.